This penguin character has a very wide bottom, so we're going to start with an oval that's horizontal, and then the center of the oval, we're going to have that circle for the head. It needs to be centered and come halfway off of the body and halfway into the body. And then I'm just going to round that belly shape and bring in that white tummy, and so that's another big circle that almost touches that circle from the head shape, so those two should touch theoretically. And then we've got the feet, and the feet need to be the distance, so that there is this circle for the white part of the belly. They're touching both edges of that, and then they come off of the page. Now for the beak, we just have a very shallow circle, and we're taking the bottom third of it. And then I'm just kind of drawing in those arms with a nice slope from the top of the head out to the middle of the body and curving those in. They don't come out very far. And I put the eyes in just momentarily to show where I need to crop that hat down. So that angle is important that you get it correct, and then you want to look at the negative space that you're creating between the bottom of the hat and that beak. Right now mine's a little shallow, so I'm going to fix that in later. But also what you want to check on is how far are the little penguin fins or hands to the side of the body. Make sure that width's correct, and then make sure they're symmetrical. Mine is coming up high on the right side. Hopefully I adjust this later, right? And then I'm going to go in and darken everything once I'm happy with my shapes, make some more adjustments. And then what you'll notice is I do have the top of the head, because of the hat, it's too shallow, so I need to elongate that. And that's why we draw lightly when we're getting these basic proportions and shapes in, so that we can go back through and fix everything as we're drawing. So now just giving some more detail of the hat, the leather hat. I almost said helmet. And we're going to make that head a little bit taller, fix some angles, roundness, and that's starting to look a little bit better. And now we want to put those goggles in, and so what I'm looking at is the shapes around the goggles to help me get that proportion and the angles correct. So where the nose would go on the goggles, I'm looking at that triangular shape in the on the hat. Sorry, I keep trying to say helmet. And then up above as well. How far down does that dip? That dips a little too far, so I'm going to adjust that. How much of the head of the top of the hat shows where the head would be, and then I'm going to get those the glass part of the goggles, that shape incorrect, as close as I can, I should say. And then you can go in and darken all those lines up, crisp them up, make them look nice and solid. You don't want any feathery, scratchy line work when you're sketching. And then we want to get this airplane, so I drew a line to get my angle correct. Just get the body of the airplane and then the tail. How far out does the tail hang? And then the wings, how much of the wing on the left side goes into the body, covering the body of the penguin. And then you want to try and make those as symmetrical as you can. And then once you're happy with the actual shape, you can go in and start shading. So the key to shading is just going light and switching directions as you're layering over top of the previous layer that you've shaded. And I try and go in one direction, then shift directions, and then it gives you just a quick sketch study, but with some values, and it's not too scribbly. The thing that I don't love about the video is my graphite reflects off the light, and so it's not as dark, but you can see my example up in the corner to see the type of value that you can get. And I just used one pencil, so you can get pretty good value that way.